Hi everybody, Coach Allison back with Defy Aging week 41. This week we have 2 circuits, each with 5 exercises, and everybody in the session is going to do circuit A together, and then everyone is going to do circuit B together because they're timed a little bit differently. So might be a little crowded with 5 exercises depending on how many people are in your session. Circuit 1 or circuit A, the first one, again, you're going to go through it 5 exercises for 2 rounds of 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and then you'll take a little rest, move to circuit B, and that is also 2 rounds, and that is 45 seconds on, 25 seconds off. So we do have 10 exercises to review. Let's get to it. Circuit A, exercise 1 is push-ups. We can do these a variety of ways, as many of you who have been with us for a long time know. I'm going to show you an incline version first, so you'll want to find something at your club, a desk, a table, a rack, even the wall, something with an incline. Step your feet out. You want your body nice and straight, so we don't want the hips, we don't want to be folded at your hips like this. So body is straight, lower yourself towards whatever you're using, push away. Again, notice how I'm not just dipping my head down, but I'm bringing my hips down with me. That's a very important part of a push-up. Another version you can do, if that is not enough of a challenge for you, come down to the floor for a knee push-up. Okay, so you're on your hands and your knees. Now, when you typically come down to hands and knees, you're in a quadruped position, but we want to make sure, again, we sink those hips down and we lower the whole body to the floor. Make sure those hips go with you. I can really only show you one because I do have a shoulder injury and I don't want to exacerbate that. And of course, you can pop up onto the toes and do toe push-ups as well. Our next exercise is a 3-point row. So it's a back exercise, and it's called a 3-point row because we have 3 points of stability. On your hand is 1, and then each of your feet is 2. So that is 3. Okay, so your hand is on whatever surface you're using. You want your back pretty flat. So we want to make sure we're not up on something that's too high like this. So your back's pretty low. We pull that side with the weight. That leg is back. Pull that weight up and kind of back towards your lower rib cage or towards your hip bone. So we don't want it coming up into the armpit like this. Keep your shoulder down away from your ear so we're not shrugging that shoulder. And you notice I'm twisting my shoulder up just a little bit. So I'm getting a little bit of a rotation here. I'm going to leave it up to your coach to do either all of the first round on one side and all of the next round on the other side, or switch halfway in the middle because there is 2 rounds. I'm going to leave that up to your coach. Next up is a shuffle with a burpee. This one will be fun and challenging. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the burpee. We're going to be using an incline for this. So a burpee consists of putting your hands down, jumping back, jumping in, and then jumping up. So watch me doing it all in all those parts. Hands down, jump my feet back, jump my feet in, jump up. Okay, so put it all together a little bit faster. Okay, lots of ways we can do this. We can step back, step in, and reach up. We can take out the impact. So that would look like this. Step, step, reach, taking out the jump. Step, step, reach. So a couple ways to do that. Now we're going to add the shuffle. So you do 1 burpee, shuffle to the other box, 1 burpee, shuffle back. I will show you. My burpee. Okay, you're going to get low half squat, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Other side, burpee. Get low, half squat, shuffle. And so on and so forth. That one might take a little practice. We do only have 2 rounds. Hopefully you repeat Defy throughout the week so you can try this again. But that is our burpee shuffle. Next one is alternating overhead press with the rotation. This one is very strange, so it might take you a little while to get the feel for it. Standard alternating press would look like this, 1 arm up at a time. What we're going to do differently is as we press 1 arm, we're going to pivot and rotate the body the opposite direction. So I'm pressing with my right arm. So I'm turning to my left or rotating to my left. Watch my feet too. I'm pivoting the foot. Now I'm going to press with my left and I'm pivoting to my right. Okay. I'll do a couple more so you can really get a feel for it. Okay. Thing to look out for here is you still want to be pressing the arms straight up and straight down. When we turn, we have a tendency to want to push the weight out in front of us. That's a lot of strain on your shoulder. So you still want the arm to be going straight up. All you're doing is turning your body towards the side, but you're not pressing out, if that makes sense. So hopefully you have your coach and you kind of practice that a little without the weights. So you're going for a half rotation, but still pressing straight up. Last exercise for circuit A is the plank with a knee drop. So you're in a standard elbow plank, so elbows and toes. Keep your neck neutral, so keep looking straight down at the floor. And you want your hips level, so again, with the plank, we don't want the hips up like so. Once you have the plank form, we're gonna gently bend one knee at a time, gently tapping the floor. So that's the knee drop. Okay. Now, there isn't a knee version of this plank, because if you're on the knees, you can't bend and drop one at a time. You're already on the knees. So another option for this is coming up to an incline. So whatever is comfortable. If your elbows are comfortable on the bench, that's fine. If they are not, you come up to the hands, either version, but you're going to do a knee bend here. Of course, you won't be touching the floor with your knee. It is important, though, that your body's in that level, flat position and not like this. So see how I'm going to bring my feet back and sink my hips down. So that is our plank with a knee drop. Next up, walking butt kicks with an opposite hand touch. So a butt kick walk is like this. You're bending your knee, bringing your heel up really fast, like you're trying to kick yourself in the butt. What we're going to do is touch the foot behind us with the opposite hand. So I want you to put arms up to start. So whatever leg is kicking back, you're going to take that opposite hand and try to reach down and back and touch the foot. Okay, maybe I'll go this way so you can kind of see what's happening in the back here. See how I'm reaching for my opposite foot? That one is primarily working the coordination and balance, but you are getting a nice stretch in the legs as well. Next up is an isometric, which means it's holding still. It's a wall sit. We've done these before. It's been a little while, so you need some wall. And you're going to slide down the wall. As you do that, lower this just a little bit. As you do that, you're stepping your feet out. Okay, so you want your knees to end about straight on top of your ankles. What I mean by that is we don't want the knees here, but the ankles out there. We don't want the knees here, but the ankles farther in. So you want that alignment. Okay, so sink down as low as you're able. Start like this, maybe halfway down. Press your back fully into the wall so we're not leaning forward. See how that feels. If you feel like you can do more, get a little lower. The lower you go, the harder it is. And we sit here and we hold it. Next up is walking toy soldiers. It's actually pretty much exactly the opposite of the butt kick with the hand touch, because before we were kicking back, now we're kicking forward, but we're still touching the opposite foot. So let me show you what I mean. Arms are going to be up again, and now I'm going to do kind of a straight leg kick as I walk, trying to bring my opposite hand to touch my foot or my ankle or my shin, whatever you can reach. Again, once again, though, it's a lot of coordination, that left side, right side, and a lot of balance. Next up is a tandem farmer's carry. So a tandem walk is walking in a straight line, heel to toe. We've done that before. A farmer's carry is weight in each hand, locking those shoulders down with a controlled carry. So we're putting those two together. So grab your weights, kettlebell in each hand, and I'll go to an angle so you can kind of see. And we are walking with the heel going directly to the toe of the other foot. Okay, so if you need to look down, totally fine. But if you need to look down, make sure you're using just your head. So you're dipping your chin down and using your eyes to kind of glance at your feet. What we don't want to do is have to lean over to look at our feet, because that's sacrificing our form and our posture, which is actually part of the purpose of this exercise, is to correct those two things. So shoulders down and back, chest out. And again, if you need to look down, just dip your head down and your eyes. Try not to lean forward and look at your feet. And that is our tandem farmer's carry. Last but not least, we have a stability ball high knee. So you're going to grab this ball and have a seat. Okay. Already you can feel it just sitting on the ball is a lot of stability, right? What we're going to try to do now is one leg at a time, do a high knee. Okay. If you feel like you want a little support, you can put something near you and put your hand on it for support. Okay, that adds support that way. And of course, we can remove the ball and go to a more solid surface and focus more on the knee lift. So getting some height and getting a good crunch. So that is our stability ball high knee. Okay, team, that is our week 41 workout. Hope you enjoy it. See you back for week 42.